take it with a grain of salt, I guess you would say. I think everyone's a bit, I guess you could say, scared of how Obi played last week because if they keep playing like that, if he keeps playing like that, there's no way they don't make the finals. I just, I'll say it right
Yeah.
now. There was a big conversation, and if he keeps playing like that every game and remains that consistent, as well as having those pieces around him like Winterfell and Slug, who are very, very good as well. I know Zaros is there, the captain, formerly known as Vexita. But yeah, it's just a team that's been playing together for a while. Versus another team that's been playing together for a while. So I think it'll be one of the best matchups, probably the best matchup of the night. But animatronic CT1, it's very unfamiliar, I would say. I think it favors Oblivion in this instance, maybe Void, just because he is more of a niche killer enjoyer. And I think, animatronic being new, being quite diverse, bro. I think, it's kind of like that Huntress unknown sort of play style. You can throw a couple other killers in there, probably give a better comparison. But now overall, we are going to take a quick first chase at the shack onto Gaffy, which is, as I said, her return, which is a great hit over the pallets first month as well. Dying Light, actually, as well, which is something I am very, very fond of. So already, if he wasn't already had points in my heart, that's another +2 for Oblivion for bringing that, as well as, I believe the right perk is that a Scourge Puller? Yeah.
It's Gift of Pain for Pinhead. Very interesting because we don't usually see these two perks on tier 3 killers. A very quick down onto Gaffy there. Keep in mind that CatJam are playing against Ping, so it's going to be a bit harder for them, especially with a projectile killer like the animatronic here. But yeah, we got no corrupt. Because we just teleported the other side of that. We have the party streamers add-on, which increases their teleport speed by 15%. We have the restaurant menu add-on, which when we miss our axe and it embeds itself in the environment, we do get it back 20% faster, so it shaves off a couple of seconds of that recoil time, which is great. It's a fantastic add-on.
One thing
Dying Light, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, big man. I was just going to say, I think I'm going to see him just play a bit aggressively. I don't think he's going to camp the hook at all, but sorry, continue as your little, I know you're going to take a rant about Dying Light, which will actually even make me happy. So go for it. Sorry, I do apologize.
I was going to talk about Dying Light just because the Spectre's a tier 3 set. He's not a tier 1 set or anything. Like, he has stronger options available to him that aren't as passive as Dying Light. He can run Pop if he can't run Pop because he's painless, but he can run, like Core Brian if he wants to, or Wretched Fate, or Devour even, and I think he's playing for around a playstyle of a lot of fresh hooks here. Dare say Fizz is going to be eating that axe. It's really unfortunate timing there as we take the chase over to main. No, we're going to be staying in this tall action, but we don't path correctly here and force ourselves over to this God Rock, but it's not a terrible rock to be at as Oblivion paths really well. Unfortunately, we get hit to the path there. That's probably a ping hit. I can hear Fizz screaming all the way from over here as we get our second hook here. And I was going to mention as well, Gifted Pain being on the build makes me think he's going to be going for his freshes and playing a more pubby style game where he goes for his fresh hooks and spreads pressure evenly across all survivors, because Gifted Pain you usually don't see in comp because you're going to be playing for your tunnel ad, and it's really only going to see value in the 3v1. But we're already seeing the values of Gifted Pain here on the reset times, as well as when Gaffy is fully healed, she's going to be afflicted with a 16% repair speed penalty. We find Tree here a little bit out of position, but she might be able to get to the path, but a bit of hesitation here is going to result in an axe on her back. She doesn't have the ability to go to Shack path, but I think Obi's going to be dropping that chase onto Tree, going back to kick his generator here, and this gen's been bullied already. It hasn't been that long, and we're already seeing those orange spikes of Doom as it's just been brutally destroyed by Eruption and Pain Resonance. Oh dear.
I mean, yeah, he's just backing his chase in right now. I mean, he's obviously going to take the tunnel onto Fizz here because it was presented pretty early. We are going to actually hit that as well. And, Fizz is... Oh, one thing I noticed was he kind of has a bit of wall hacks as well with the axe in the back. I didn't even really know that you actually got the visual of the axe. So, kind of been able to play around that would be really well. Actually just grabs, gets the prompt to grab. So, even less time wasted. He's just going to be able to walk straight down. I think he's going to go for that back main and just... he goes for the hill, so I think this is even more oppressive to pull. But no, you said it perfectly, big fella. He's playing too confident. No, not too confident in a bad way. Just he's playing very confident. Playing for chase, playing for quick downs, while thinking he can still 4K, which is just literally the most aura. Like this, yeah, I don't know. This is pretty aura. I don't know. I have to be completely honest. Like to bring a build like this. I understand the game plan fully, but as you said, bro, like when you look at the board, you have so many other perks that are just safer. But no, when you understand the play style that he's going for, it definitely makes sense. Although, yeah, as I said, he's making the build look really, really good at the moment. I can't lie, very, very good. And look at it, yeah, it's obviously working. Like, look at this, look at Gaffy on this gen. Yeah, the Scourge hook with the Dying Light, Trees on another jet. Like, they're not looking too fast there, Bulla. They're not going up too quick.
No, they're going really slow. He's kind of proving that Amatronic can play really well, super, super aggressively, and I don't even think he can kick that. Oh, he kicked that gen one more time. That might be the final one there. We see a bit of a ladder notification for some of the vaulting there, trying to make it over to main, but yeah, as you said, the combination of Dying Light and Gift of Pain is a really good passive slowdown, and if you're confident in your ability to get quick downs and spread hooks evenly through the survival lineup, you're in a situation like this where you have like 3 hooks, you have Fizz already on Death Hook, afflicted with Dying Light and Gift of Pain, and it's just really oppressive. And we did see Mercy do a quick FTP there onto Fizz. Unfortunately, we tried resetting under the hook earlier, right next to a door with a Gift of Pain, which was not the play at all, which resulted in Fizz getting tunneled just a little bit. But we have multiple high progress gens. He jumps into his door and immediately heads on down to the generator that was also high progress. And this is one of the good things about Springtrap, right? Is his map traversal is insane. This killer can get aggressive with it. He can teleport everywhere, but granted, so can the survivors and just use the cams if they want. But very good dodge there from Gaffy there. Just stuck to the side, able to dodge the axe there. It's a little bit of a thinner projectile, but with Rest Mana, we already have our axe back in. With the pull it out now, we should be able to get a hit over the window, and that we do. A nice little tag down to Gaffy. She does make it over the Godrock, but I believe it is still up. She gets a bit of a pre-drop, but with a bit of ping. But no, it's not coming through there. Gaffy's actually vaulting all the time, able to rotate back over to the 11 side of the map. And this is going to be the longest chase so far, as she's playing very, very well here, spacing herself correctly. Unfortunately, that axe did collide with her, but she's doing a really good job. And she's rotating it back over to the hill here. Bounce landing is now bound to the animatronic session. She doesn't have bounce landing on this hill. But we do drop there, and we'll be eating the axe to the back of the head due to the stagger, which is unfortunate. And she will be going onto her second hook stage as we see the first gen of the match pop in the background. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a second, as we have multiple high prog gens working in the background.
No, that was beautiful. As you said, that was probably the best chase we've seen. He is going to get a hook on the most progression, but fortunately for Gaffy, he actually can't kick anymore, so it won't be too... Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my lord.
We've experienced a bit of a spectator bug. With the teleport with Springtrap, where when you swap while he's teleporting, apparently it just does like green hairs. But it's fixed itself, thankfully, as he's teleported. Thank God, so... a bit of a mental note for our future spectators. Don't be switching pulses when he's teleporting, because that was kind of scary. We got sent to the green dimension, but we're going to be taking a tunnel out onto Gaff here at 4 gens, which is not great for CatJam. She's also playing around this low wall-ish fill over here as we do vault over the path back, and I'm just waiting on. We had Tree there trying to take a hit take, but unfortunately Gaffy vaulting back into the wrong side, and Oblivion's just going to be taking that opportunity to get a kill nice and early here. A fifth stack of Dying Light as well, and it's looking really grim for CatJam. Granted, that generator can't be kicked down anymore, so it's basically just permanent progress. We see 2 other gens working in the background, so it's not all doom and gloom, but my god, I was sitting here thinking a bit skeptical about the old Gift of Pain and Dying Light, but clearly I've been proven wrong by Obi. You know, he played really aggressively. He dropped his crop in favor of playing aggressively on the generators, getting a super quick down onto Gaffy at the start there, and he's just able to snowball all this pressure with his Gift of Pain, Dying Light into a really solid winning condition for his team. This is easily looking like a 4K1, 4K2 scenario, but if I know anything about CatJam, when you come down to these 3v1s, this is when this team comes alive. They are one of the best teams for 3v1s. We even saw it last week in that Hillbilly set, you know? It was down to a 2v1 with Mercy and May, and they just played incredibly in that 2v1. They unfortunately weren't able to do much damage to their win con, but they just played it super well, and we do take the chase into Fizz, who is also Death Hook, which hopefully Tree and Mercy also working down to the background. We see the Cracker dropping in the background there, but we'll be able to pre-throw this power. Not playing up the axe in time, unfortunately for Obi. This will mean Fizz has to rotate over to Shankdown, but these long shots are really hard to hit, but we hit it! Fantastic work from Obi and super good patience from him as Fizz does play around the shack here. We can see the axe through the wall, but keep in mind, if you do start removing the axe, it does remove the aura. So if you don't want to get wall hacked by the Springtrap, you want to start removing your axe. So that way he can't see through the wall, but holding the axe up here, a little bit of zoning, and she's just going to unfortunately eat the dirt there, as we are down to 2 survivors remaining on the side of CatJam.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing it really well. He just looks so in control. Like he knows what's happening. He knows what he has in front of him. I think he knows he's probably going to lose maybe a gen from this. Yeah, they're right on cue, and he knows. I would assume he's going to teleport right onto Tree's gen right here. I would expect nothing less. The decision making he's having in these past couple of weeks is it's beautiful. I'm actually not too sure if he did teleport to Tree's then. He actually did. So I guess you could say a bit common sense maybe, but I think this is really beautiful to watch from him. I think he's just making so many decisions that that put him in a good spot to just always have the best result. I questioned the build when we loaded in, but like obviously, we're able to find Tree out there behind the rock, unfortunately. But yeah, again, just the 6-9 light stacks, the skirt trick slowdown. Yeah, he's built it up well. He knows what he's doing. That's not even a question. That's a, you know, it's not even, you know, not for debate. He has really good. I just, it's really impressive. I have no other words to say. It's just very, very impressive I don't know if I want to use the word improved, because I knew he always sort of had this in him, but to see the jump he's made, it's like it's honestly mesmerizing. Like I'm very, very in awe right now watching Oblivion put on this performance.
He is a man alive, Jams, and it looks like Mercy here is just going to be greeting the final gen. She is not afflicted by Gift of Pain or Dying Light, as she is the Obsession, so she is abscended from both of those debuffs, and she also hasn't been hooked by Gift of Pain, but I believe Obi is about to find this gen. I wouldn't be surprised if Mercy does just go for the hard commit there. We do see the pop in front of his face, securing the 4K1 result, much easier to work with than a 4K2, so fantastic work from Mercy there, and I would love to see an orbital, Mr. Obi, if you'll be so kind, but unfortunately we're out of the shackle, we don't really get that luxury of seeing any funny shots like that, and I believe we're going to be able to pull up the shit. Oh dear. I'm going to say we're able to pull up the axe in time. Working Shack against animatronic is very difficult because it's a lot of long straightaways, and he can zone you very effectively, so it's not a great tile to run him around, and it's honestly been a pleasure watching Obi play this killer. As I'm sure many people know, I'm a big fan of the Spring Trap. I love him to death. I hope to get to play a set to him at some stage. And yeah, I was watching him play. This was incredible. And yeah, the build really worked in his favor with a super aggressive playstyle. Personally, I wouldn't run anything like this. I think I wouldn't be as. So one core thing is, this man has done nothing but be consistent all season. That's something you really need in competitive, is consistency. Because we do see Leggy leading in here on the call tower, though. He has brought the Corrupt in for that early game pressure. We do find Zero straight off the bat here on the tap. We brought the build of Painter's Eruption, Call of Brian is seems to be what we settled on. And add-ons wise, we have stuck with the similar add-ons, the party streams and the restaurant menu, which is, given the amount of bands, is really good. We do see multiple survivors here at the main building, which is not what you want to see. Leggy hasn't thrown his axe, though, to try and catch up a little bit. When especially if it has his axe embedded in the environment or a survivor, he is moving at a normal speed of 115%. But if he has his axe ready with him, he is at 110. So we are playing really patient, but a bit too patient, allowing the Nia there, who is Oblivion, to get to the pallet, which was a shame. If he maybe threw it over the box there and was able to arc it over, he might have been able to fly with Nia, but he's going to take his broken pallet at main, and he's going to rotate over to the 7th door, which is probably where they're working. If they're aware of their situation, they should be able to pre-run that, as you do have a tell on the door there. The little panel that's on the front of the door that has like the connecting number, that panel will flash whenever the animatronic begins teleporting to the door, so it gives you about 2 or 3 seconds of pre-running available to you, so the animatronic doesn't just appear on top of you. Obviously, if the door's facing away, you kind of have to rely on your teammates to call when he's teleporting and just pre-run, but Leggy with a bit of a cheeky TP. He does walk back to this generator trying to find someone, but unfortunately didn't know what available. He has a few more seconds of Corrupt to work with, but at this point in time, Void, not Oblivion, have been doing a fantastic job stuff. We have some disturbed crows around here, so we have a bit of an inkling that someone has been here recently, and we do see them pre-leaving to main building, which is a bit of a tough one because it has a lot of line of sight blockers, and honestly, if Leggy wants to catch up, he needs to just embed his axe into the dirt and then catch up, but he's going to be applying his Cob Eruption to the generator as well, as we find a survivor at the Godrock. I don't know if they fully left or not, I can't quite tell, but it looks like they did pre-leave, and Leggy is just left chasing ghosts. No, wait, we see some scratches here. There is someone here, but they're just stealthing weirdly. I don't know. We're finding out inner demons. They're just, I think they just shift W'd away. I think he's been jiggied.
Yeah, I feel like he's just getting calmed out the arse right now. Is Leggy? I think all 4 survivors have all 4 eyes on him for the whole 120 seconds that we've had in this trial so far, or obviously longer. But for the last 120 seconds, I feel like he just has had all eyes on him. He said, everyone, going 11. He does see someone caught out here actually, so it does actually make me eat my words for a second there. But yeah, he's just going to keep greeting this, I imagine. This is Waze actually as well, so actually quite a bad tag to take, I would actually say. But he's going to choose to die all the way down at this one side to play for max distance. They've got actually a little trick shot over the rock from Big Leggy, but unfortunately not going to be able to connect on that one. I think he's going to make this filler down 1. He does have a filler 1 here, the rock filler. Oh, unfortunately for Leggy, we are going to swing a little bit early there. Not going to connect on the thing. But yeah, no, something I did notice, Monk, as well. Yeah, good stun there from Waze as well. Huge stun. Unzones himself. But yeah, I didn't know that. I did know, but I kind of didn't click in my head that you should throw your axe at the start of the game so you can maintain that 115 as opposed to the 110. But yeah, you're definitely right. We do get the mid-gen doubled as well, so that's very unfortunate for Leggy. He's going to have definitely a harder time now being able to keep these gens at bay, keep these survivors at bay from doing the gens. But that's Champion a lot, as well as a stun coming through on Oblivion, our star man for Void, sorry, I should say. And yeah, Leggy's just going to choose to teleport away. He's not really too impressed with what he has in front of him. He wants to find something a bit more advantageous. But yeah, no, these after popping that mid gen, he's going to have, like I said, trouble keeping some sort of territorial gain in this trial. But yeah, I don't know. He's you know, they're like you said, Sesmont. They're playing it well. They're playing it very well. He has eyes on him at all times. They know where he is. They can't really, he can't really maneuver without you know, him being commed for a teleport or him being commed cross map. Mind you, I believe you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's like 25 seconds of Insidious Bulla, undetectable, I should say. So, you know, to be able to have that level of communication is insane.
Yeah, it's about 20 seconds or so. You can extend it a good bit with the Night Guard badge, which boosts it to about 30 seconds, but we don't have the Night Guard badge here. We're going for a bit of a cheeky little mind game there. We get the Killer Instinct onto Zeros at the Shack here, but I believe this is the person that was our tunnel out. We only have one hook here. We haven't used our Pain Res though. Shack is getting dropped there as we drop into the basement a little bit, but I don't think that would have triggered any balance landing or anything, even though it's banned. But we continue the chase into Zeros here, and Leggy is struggling with his chases. He's making the mistake of just walking around with his axe in his pocket and just getting 110 abused around these long line side breakers on all these oh, very nice accent from Leggy. Distribute a 2-tap on the Zeros as he's unable to make the window there if he goes for a good lunge. And very nice accent from Leggy, and that's the type of things you want to see, but you needed to see them much earlier. Thankfully though, we will be able to just kick it our generator here. I was hoping for maybe we might be able to get a cheeky tag with an axe maybe, but there is a pain resistance here, so at least we get Zeros to a second stage as well as some pain res value. So that's going to be huge for Leggy here as he tries to pick up the pace and make a bit of a comeback. Granted, WinCon needs to happen like now, right? 4K2 now, but the much more reasonable Tycon even then is still out of reach, but I'm hoping Leggy can at least try and secure some high stages. Void have burnt a lot of resources, but they also have a lot of reusable, you know, tall wall long tiles. And wait, that's Waze's first hook. Am I insane? Who did he hook at the start? Was that his first hook? I thought he downed Waze. No, that's right. He got pilot stunned. No, go back to the unhook, Leggy. Get out. But that's his first hook actually, so we do see Waze getting unhooked there, but he still has a God Rock available to him, and I'm not too sure if we found him. We did find Waze at another God Rock. I think you know what I'd say about these God Rocks, Jars, but we do get a nice little cheeky M1 down. And that was an express second stage hook, so definitely something you need to get yourself back in the game as well as the eruption value. But we know someone's nearby for a potential power save. I don't know if it's sprint burst or not, but no one in position for a save. Thankfully for Leggy's sake, as we get down to the last generator remaining, as we see the generator near Shack getting popped in the background there. But Hook going up onto Waze as he's likely to go back and check his generator. Just double checking main, I think it's the only generator that he hasn't checked that might have a good bit of progress, but he does teleport 3 instead to check this lower. Oh no, he teleported main, and main is really high progress too. A good bit done, about 75%. He also, I believe that was Zeros rotating down to the bottom of the main building there. And main mode is just sort of one of those tiles where you just got to throw your axe and just get back to normal movement speed there. He goes for a bit of an ambitious axe onto Oblivion there, and now that he's undetectable and moving a little bit faster, he's able to maneuver around a bit better, but recalling his axe here, confident that he might be able to get a long shot onto Oblivion, but he's a bit too far away. I don't know if you want to go just give up and start going for orbitals, or if you really want to try to get this down to Oblivion. Oblivion might be able to hit a fast shot here if he's able to pull his axe out, but Oblivion doing a bit of a G over the God Rock here. He goes for a little bit of an overhead swing, but it's miles away. He didn't look up nearly much far enough, which is really unfortunate for Leggy here, as Oblivion does just keep them at this God Rock, as that gen on the other side of the map is likely getting doubled in the background. Oblivion is just having a field day on Survivor and Killer. This man is the definition of locked in, as Leggy tries to get a bit of a zone, but Oblivion pathing very confidently here as we see the final gen pumping in the background. Hopefully we're able to get a second stage hook here, but we also have this decently good pallet against Springtrap, but once this is down, it's not the best for able to get our axe back, but it's also very long due to the rock, and unfortunately Leggy rotating this way has given him the main building window here, so Oblivion's able to bolt that over and rotate away. Now this door nearby by the jungle gym and the hill should be getting done open, so they should be able to get Oblivion out, and a very nice well-placed axe from Leggy. He's starting to pick it up now, but it's a bit too late, as we see someone coming in for maybe a cracker or a beamer save, and honestly, he's Voido doing fantastic things tonight, Leggy. I mean, Jams.
Yeah, no, you're definitely exactly right. Exclamation mark clip as well needs to be used. That would have been an instance that I would have used it. So please make sure you do use that. That will make the YouTube shorts and the TikTok shorts. As we see a big swing into the bro on Hook. He says, "You know what, bro? Like, I got you next to that. You know who's going to be playing finals, but." No, in this instance, they have it on the reverse buller, so I think even it's what's the word I'm looking for? It emphasizes the consistency that the team has,
Yeah.
the jump that they've made as a group, and I do believe I could be completely wrong, and I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I do believe this is their last season as a team. Um, so what a farewell for the big man. I know he will be moving to Australia. I don't know if he's actually said that publicly. I think he would have. But yeah, so the team will no longer actually be able to play physically. I don't believe so. I believe that's why they're going their own ways. But Nurse on, I believe this is Suffer too, baby boy. So this is something that I know was very heavily wanted. Back. I don't know if it's back or you could say just the idea of putting Nurse on a more, broader map. But yeah, you could probably do a better job explaining this, bro. You're on the balancing team.
She used to be pretty consistently DBD and also DBO and OSL on Ronin 2. So a bit of a similar map to Suffer 2. Suffer 2 is obviously structured a bit differently, has a bit of a main building, but we find Slug very early on. They get a nice little tag at the end game. And with some careful blinks, we do a bit of a safety blink onto the hill. We see Slug, he's just going edge map at this 4 lane, and we close in very quickly. And with a couple of blinks here, we should be able to get out of first down pretty easily. And Slug just trying to hold W, he's not able to go anywhere. And Leggy, I was wondering, has he brushed off the nurse? How's he going? And all things considered, he's not rusty. And looking at the build, I don't know nurse add-ons. It's like one of the only killer that I don't know add-ons. He has the undetectable add-on and then some other shit. I don't know. It's nurse add-ons. Who cares? He has Corrupt Intervention, Wretched Fate, Eruption, and Iron Grasp, which is a very curious choice. The old Iron Grasp, maybe trying to get to a more preferable hook location. But all things considered, it's not a terrible hook location, but these gens are giga spread, and but he has hit this is Slug hooked within what I think is a decently spread 3 gen, so it's not the worst hook in the world, but like he might find value in rotating away and just going for some gen kicks and flying some rusher. But we see very quick snipe here as Leggy's away from the hook. That's a very early pull, as would you pull Slug straight up the hook. Then I believe this is also a decisive strike player, so anti-tunnel coming out the ass here on Leggy. It's going to bite him in the butt very quickly, but Slug doing a good job just running, taking that base to get BT and hauling us away over the main building. He's very slow vaulting. Oh, getting tagged from the window! Very good work from Leggy, but I do believe he's going to be hit with the DS, but that was a very short chase. I hope he's able to get a cheeky little 2-tap at the blinks here, but that remains to be seen, Jams.
Yo, that was crazy, Smite. Tries to go for the predict onto Slug through main. Actually doesn't, actually able to zone with that blink, that first blink there that he had there. But yeah, he's actually we're actually able to break away from the edge map as well. He got a bit greedy, didn't wait for the double blinks. But Slug, definitely one of the key players on this team as well. He's having a great chase, using his perks very, very lovely. Actually able to make it all the way to 11 edge. And I think we'll probably see another gen as well pop in the background, if I'm not mistaken. If I know the team well, maybe not. Maybe I'm just completely wrong. Maybe they will not have a gen ready to go, but maybe I'm overestimating. Maybe I'm just completely giving them way too much credit. Yeah. I mean, it's still a decent, DS used. Consider Delhi was probably stealth. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, we're probably right on track. We are hooked on the most progress, which is a bit unfortunate for Void right now. It's actually quite good for Leggy. He should be able to zone anyone who's at this side of the map, sort of like keep them in this sort of area, or not be able to let them cross without seeing at least. But this is quite an advantageous hook, so maybe the Iron Grasp actually coming in quite nicely. We're actually able to zone away. I believe this might have been our detective tab. This is Zaros here, so I think it's actually his first chase of the day. Dodging the cracker there, very interesting. He just decided to just look into the edge map to just, avoid it, and gets a free tag there. He's going to go back. Yeah, it does have the undetectable add-on, like you said, so Smug. I think, if I had to guess, it might be base fatigue charge or something. I don't know. I know it's not lunge. I think it's base fatigue. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but we are going to see, I believe this is Slug caught out here. Now, this is the tunnel out, Sir Smunk, so this has to actually quite be a good chase. I don't know if we have Dead Hard. I doubt we have Dead Hard because it's a ping nurse set, so probably just has to live here. I don't know what exhaustion Slug has here, and he's actually going to be able to jiggy on the edge map, which was very, very lovely. Probably the comm coming through that he does actually last a bit longer. Still doesn't have a window to live on. I don't know if he has life or what he has. I don't even know if he has, if he's used it. He might already have used it. He's exhaustion already, but just zoning. Very, very well played from Slug to get to the corner of the map here. Very, very, very good chase. I'm assuming we'll see the double pop over here. Yes, beautiful, right on time. And yeah, we should go edge map and reset. We do have another gen ready to go, which is absurd as well. So that gen, that's the gen that I was waiting for in before. So we did have a gen somewhere with a bit of progress. But one gen Surf Monk on this map, kind of standard. I'm interested to see. I think he does have a 3-gen big legs though. I think he does. If he turns around for us at one point here, or quickly rather, I think he will. I think he's actually looking for the reset right now, which is actually good. Actually got the hacks, the wall hacks onto Waze there, Surf Monk. So this is not a bad spot for the big fella. Not at all.
Yeah, not at all. It's doing pretty well, all things considered. Like, he gets a quick down there into Waze too, which is huge for him. And, yeah, nice quick little double tap. He's very close to his, somewhat of a, poor nurse is a 3-gen, you can blink between it. And I think Iron Grass is going to allow us to hook right in the middle. So it's not great for the young Adam here as well, because he's not the Deli. It is Oblivion, who is our Deli player, who's trying to stealth nearby to get Waze there. And Zeros is also just getting a totem just to try and get a bit of a reset there through the totem. So the game sort of ground to a little bit of a halt, and yeah, Leggy's doing fantastic work on the nurse here, and yeah, Dead Hard players also the FTP. I was going to say as well, Wretched Fate, bit of a dead perk. Not gonna lie, because Tunnel Out used DS and that transferred Wretched Fate to him. So unless we see an FTP at some point in this 1v3, Wretched Fate's basically doing nothing. It's still active, like the totem is within the 3-gen, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't affect anyone unless we use FTP. But I think the call will come through to not use FTP in the event that it does transfer Wretched Fate. But Leggy's in a very strong position here to get a high stage result, if not a 4K 1/0. We have a hook directly in the middle of our 3-gen, thanks to the value that Iron Grass provides us. And we're just able to sit here, and we do find Mr. Oblivion here trying to take a bait or chase. I think he's realized it's bait though, as he takes the one blink and tries to get back to the hook here, expecting, yes, there we are, it is Zaros. Mr. Detective tap there, going to say there's going to be a trade. Successfully done there, as I think we're just going to be going for the slug and then confirming onto Waze a potential tunnel out, but I think that is our bounce land player going up the hill there. So we're just going to be taking the hook onto Detective Tap here, who is not our Deliverance either, but I do believe that is our Dead Hard second win player, so still not a bad person to take the trade. We have a little bit of progress, I think, working on these generators. I'll be playing aggressively for this generator over here, but we did see Waze just haul off the other side of the map. I do wonder if he's, I can't remember if he's a medkit or not. I think Obi's medkit, but yeah, Void in a bit of a precarious position here, because those gens are super low progress. We have Eruption as well on those generators. I think like he's just playing a little bit aggressively outside of the 3-gen, trying to find a reset potentially onto Waze. That could prove advantageous, but I think they would have been healing really deep near main as just to play it super duper safe, because they don't really have a reason to rush things, right? You've got 70-second hook stages. The gens have a bugger all process. You can take all the time you need in the world to cross map, reset, come back in, and play it super safe. But yeah, this could honestly go either way, Jumps.
Yeah, I was going to agree with you as well. I was going to say from Leggy's point of view as well, I would just be happy to concede a reset here and take the second onto Zaros. They have nothing going for them right now. A rare fumble from Team Void, actually. Maybe a little hint to the caster's curse, but, the Deja man not doing his job this set. This 3-gen is tight, very, very tight. And yeah, I'm not too sure. You'd probably want to break this earlier, the mid-gen down mid-8. Oh, this gen does have a little bit of progress in the jungle gym, though. So Oblivion actually able to make Leggy panic just for a little bit. But now that Void have actually played this well. But yeah, I was going to say just a little bit of a fumble, maybe. They're able to actually put Leggy on the back foot here because this gen does have progress. So if I was Leggy, I'd probably have a look around for Oblivion. He's not actually, because I think he knows he's Deli. So maybe don't look around for him. But yeah, no, this just gives Void a chance to actually just double the gen and pop it now, which from the position that Leggy was just in, we're going to short swing as well. For the position that Leggy was just in, I would argue that this should be a 4K 1 every day of the century, but somehow Void have pulled this back. I don't know how. And Waze is just going to choose to die corner here. If we could get a swap to the Spectator maybe, just to see if that, the gen does actually pop on the double. Nope, no dramas. We'll watch the bro pick up eating the edge map wall instead. But she's going to take their hook probably on the logs here. They're not actually doubling there. So, well played to I guess, everyone all around here. Leggy taking the chase here, knowing he can take the chase. I think they would have popped if they doubled. I might be wrong, bro. I think he wouldn't have picked if he saw the double, if he knew they were doubling. But I'm not too sure. I don't know. I'm not in Leggy's head. But I'd say for the most part, from what I'm gauging, I think it's a pretty honestly, this is quite a close game. I think he needs to find Oblivion here. Even if he slugs him, he does find him. So this is actually quite good for the big leg star. He's actually going to get a free tag onto. Is this Oblivion below? It is. So
It is.
yeah, this is big. This is just big for Leggy. He needs this down though. He needs it now.
He needs to get a cheeky two tap here, but Obi is the man, the myth, the legend. He's the man of the hour, and he's a little bit cheeky. He does break away over to the Z-Ball, further away from the gen, but Leggy needs to get it down right now, and that's a fantastic down as we see the resets coming through onto Zero some ways in the background. I think with Iron Grasp, we're going to be able to get over to the active gen, so good hook. Unfortunately, Obi is Mr. Deliverance. He is the Jesus of the match, so this hook doesn't matter too much because Obi can just unhook himself last minute, but we see the reset coming in the background, and it swings a little bit more into CatJam's favor, as Leggy does try and find where this reset happened, hoping to get a quick tag, as he knows, I'm sure he knows Obi has a deli, so he can just sort of play aggressively. He's not going to rip himself off the hook immediately. So he can afford to sort of play a little bit aggressively, but no, Obi playing aggressively himself, ripping himself off the hook as well. And if Leggy's able to find a quick little two-tap on him, that would be big. With Iron Grasp, he should be able to drag him further into his 3, and he knows he's roughly heading down the map here, and we do find something to scratch my spot with that base get unhaste, I believe that Deliverance players still do get. I can't remember the top of my head if they get it or not. We're going to be able to go all the way down to Shaq, and all the way down to the back of main with that haste. Oh, that's got a sting if you're Leggy, and Zeros and Waze are probably just on that generator doubling it while Obi beats Chase to the other side of the map, and Nurse just got a chud walk back to that gen as it gets done, but Leggy's concerned about a different gen apparently. He thinks they're not wrapping for the high prog gen. He thinks they're trying to split the pressure, but he's just doing a quick little check on this generator. I can't imagine it would have any progress. We see some lingering scratch marks in the background there, but I believe someone should be on that high prog gen, but we do find Waze here as we're trying to commit to a chase here, and I do think this is a mistake. I think we need to go back and check on that high prog gen, but we do get a cheeky little down injure onto Waze there as he goes for the fastball Z-Wall. I believe that is a Lithe player trying to make a good bit of distance, but with a couple of double blinks here, we should be good to get that down, and we do. No eruption tagged on that generator. It means it's no aura reading and no info whether or not it's going to be able to pop out. We do manage to get another hook for our troubles, and yeah, the pendulum swings back towards Void's core, so to speak, Jones. Oh, death!
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would probably argue the opposite here, Sir Smunk. Waze was actually deaf in that chase there, so I was gonna argue though, if actually Leggy's actually able to make it over there in time, maybe even if the gen pops in his face, it's still quite good for him. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to, get there in time. Actually, Waze actually doing a really good job being able to waste that extra bit of time. But this is what I said at the start. He's gonna be able to sit here and he's gonna wait and he's gonna just look. Eventually, ideally, he finds Zaros here, as I believe he is fresh. So if he finds the detective tap, you're looking at 411. No matter how you cut it, that's just a beautiful result for Leggy. So no matter what happens, even if they 2 escape from this, which obviously would be very devastating, but assuming he picks up one of the 2 here, this is an amazing result. This is amazing. Like, this is what you need from CatJam. This is, if they are going to make it, if they're going to do this, this is the way to do it. This is that brilliant start again. Putting them in a position to, which is so big as well, so we've already crossed as well. That might even be 2 people out.
Oh, no.
Well, Oblivion's reset edge map, so I've eaten my words a little bit there, Sir Smunk, but yeah, that will be still 8-4 if I'm not smoking it, which I'm not, so yeah, it will be 8-3 actually, because Zaros is fresh. So no, well played to just avoid in that end.
Did he
there.
not hook Zaros? Didn't he hook trade near the start of the game? Am I smoking?
I mean, there was 4 stages wrong, because it was 9-3 fresh. No, because Zaros was hooked. We established that.
Yeah, it was 9-4. Zaros was fresh.
That's right, exactly right. So my apologies for that. But yeah, do you want to kick us off, big fella, on this nurse set? Second of
yeah, loading into the nurse set. Finally, we do have a similar build. We have a Iron Grasp, Eruption Pop, and instead of Eruption Wretched Fate. Unfortunately, CatJam survivors are on a bit of ping due to ping issues. They're just trying to jam it out. I think Storms is on 300 ping, but it was just something that couldn't be resolved, unfortunately, due to ping rules. But continuing on, we have Leggy taking first chance here, trying to double back into gun combat. Unfortunately, getting 2 tapped there off the start, which is really unfortunate start for CatJam there, and not really what you want to see, all things considered. Iron Grasp will also allow us to head into the middle of the map here, but we do have gens being cranked. But I dare say this hook is going to happen very close to these generators, as it looks like. Our nurse player is playing very greedy with his Iron Grasp. Guffy is getting herself into position to go for the save here, as we see Nurse rotating away. She's also a Deliverance player, but Guncott nearly found out Gaffy's hiding spot behind those logs there, but thankfully Gaffy hiding herself very well. she'll still be able to still for that save, while Mercy and Storms lurk and stalk nearby on the generators. We do apply pop to a generator that's about 4% done, so it's not really going to do much for us, but we do have a very decent early hook save onto Leggy. They're just taking the BT hit onto Leggy. That should give him plenty of distance to get Gappy's deliverance online. Gappy needs to have, so Leggy needs to have a good bit of a barn burner chase here too, because that first chase was really quick, and I don't think the second blink will work, or he nearly ducked back into it, but a bit of a safer blink from Gunkong. Leggy will be able to go to the edge now, but I think with a couple of blinks that will mean the end of Mr. Leggy, as he does die roughly near the edge, so not a terrible death spot, but that hook was so early and these downs were so quick. It's just not a good start for CatJam, and it's a bit unfortunate too.
Yeah, unfortunate for the big legs. They actually had two good killer performances. I think you'd agree, Sir Smunk. And he's been caught out twice here on the nurse early, and we're actually going to get hooked on the most active. Mercy Death's going to take a tag there as well. So, yeah, I think that that 10 stage is looking in a very good position right now. I think he's more than capable. He's put himself in a good position to start off, and I think I don't know. I don't want to use the word careless, but yeah, maybe just catch him not taking the necessary precautions to start off this game. Just very, very unlucky that Leggy was able to be found, not be the DS player. And we are going to get another tag onto Gaffy. She's going to run down to the bottom side of the map. This is another progress gen that will be getting kicked by Eruption. So it's when Stormslide definitely pulls the bro Leggy off the hook here. He has to have a good chase, or else both those gens are going to be stopped by Eruption. We're actually going to keep forcing off. We're actually able to just sit in the middle here and force. I believe this is Mercy Death off her gen, which is not good. I actually have no idea where Stormslide is right now, and I'm hoping is like back main. There we are. We are coming in from mid map and trying to block if you're gun cotton. I think we're actually able to block there. Oh, don't tell me. I think she's just waiting. The burrito tech.
Oh, the 300 ping tech. Unfortunately, they're making the unhook pretty awkward, but we do get to pull onto Leggy there. All of CatJam survivors are injured. We see an eruption exploding out across the map. I think Guncon wants to end this one early, as I'm pretty sure he's going for a 4K5. I don't think it'll come through, as we see that gen prop there, so thankfully no 4K5s on the board this time. But he's in a very, very strong position. He's scanning the map looking for Leggy, as he wants to get his tunnel out nice and early. We did see Leggy get a kill decent. Was it decent? I don't remember. It was a bit ago now, I think about it, but we do find remnants of Leggy's blood and scratches over the edge map here, but Guncon, he's barely on his trail. He's got faint marks there. He sees a bit of a light scratch mark, some blood leading way over to Shaq. He's hot on his heels, and he knows it's Leggy, and he's horning us up. He's seen another gen. Yeah, he's got a ton of distance, so he's able to wrap all the way back to main even. Might even be able to pick himself up. We see Storms getting picked up there in the background. Might even see some resets to the side of CatJam. There's two gens pop in the background, and they're locked in now. Leggy's come alive in this last bit here, but a little bit of delay behind the rock and buys a little bit more time, but Gun can't go for the safety. Blink a little bit of blink through the wall, and Leggy's caught off guard, and that would be death for Leggy as we see two resets coming in the background, and likely a double heal onto Gaffy. Oh no, Jen in the background! CatJam are on fire!
You're exactly right, but couldn't have said it better myself. We're actually going to be able to get a medkit to reset Bulla. That's even more better. That's like cherry on top as well. So we're going to be able to play this through everyone at 2 gens. And I think from the start we had Bulla. You would agree. This is amazing. This is a brilliant turnaround from CatJam. Yeah. And I want to retrace my remarks and say that this looked like an easy 10 stage now, because I think that Gun Cotton is on the ropes there. That's going to be the 3rd stage of the trial. So he's at 1-3. And he does have pretty split gens, Bulla. You're exactly correct. The left side of the map looks very dead, so I'm assuming that's where the blokes will be dying. And I hope Sprint Burst is on this deep one. I think that was the Meg Gaffy, so she should have Delhi. No, this is the Ada. So unfortunately, Storm's like going to get caught out there. We're actually sort of going to get tapped in the gen, Sir Smug. I don't know. Oh my lord, that's the 300 pink survivor as well. So very, very awkward for probably Gun Cotton to observe that, but we are going to make the pallet here. We got stuck on the rock as well, so prolonging this chase even longer. Well played from Storm's Flight. Like you said, Bulla, the 300. We are going to go for the we're trying to M1 mind game it beautifully. We finally get the down, but yeah, Bulla, we're hooked in the gen, so I don't know how good this will be. Unless we see like main pop right now, maybe. Hopefully, please. No.
Popped, it's a decent bit of progress. I think the gens are 2-split though. Like you got 2 gens on one side of the map, you got 2 gens on the other side of the map, so it's not terrible. Like you can 2-split the gens and you're pretty good. We do get a hook on Storm's Light. I do have to bring in the question of why didn't we swap the Dead Hard off 300 ping player, but maybe it works out in the end. She just, has the 3-second foresight, but we are going to be patrolling. We do find the main gen here decently progressed. We know Mercy was working this, but she's done a fantastic job pre-stealthing. And we have a hook at the main gen between these 2 generators. I know we got one on the other side of that. Where's the 3rd gen? Oh, it's
He-
miles away. It's
Yeah.
deep as fuck.
That's also
Deep
what I
as
was
hell.
alluding to, Bulla. I was just trying to say, if we could maybe see Main pop in
This
that
is
last
good.
chase. I mean, yeah, this is still really good. This is still really good if you catch him. Let me not get ahead of myself because I do think right now it's a bit. Oh, that Jen is storming away. But Mercy's playing it well. Let me just be quiet for a second. I just want to give note to Mercy as well, and just Gaffy and Storm as well. They're playing this to everyone beautifully, Bulla. And Gun Cotton's like not really doing anything, Bulla. You know, he's sort of just there, and he hasn't found anybody. He knows Mercy's on this Jen. He knows she's around, but he can't. I don't know. He hasn't looked for. He hasn't looked to commit for her yet, and he doesn't want to go to the far gender checker, which he knows that Gaffy will be on. So he's left in the 3v1, and honestly, Bulla, maybe you're right. Maybe Main and Shaq aren't as close as I initially thought. They're still alright. Hopefully we get this trade here from Mercy. The only thing that could go wrong right now for Team CatJam. Don't tell me, please. Yes, Mercy. Oh my god, this is huge. Very, very well played. Is Mercy Gelly? No, I believe that's Gaffy. That might be Gelly.
Gaffy. Yeah, Gaffy's Deli, she was medkit. We do see a quick tag onto Storm's. Not like she'll be able to use that 300 ping dead hard, but we do get the tag there. Gun Cotton going in for a double tap, but a bit of pathing from Storm. She's trying to push the ping, but she makes it! She's hot and free!
See that vault? Oh my god.
It was 10 years late, but it's working out in her favor. I can't lie. Like, there must be, like, Fortuna herself is smiling upon Storms as she makes that fucking vault, and she's gonna haul us, mend up, and she's gonna go to the other side of the map and crank that fucking motor with Gaffy. And if they get 2 out, like, what's this? This is 5 stages now? 5 stage refresh? It's looking like this could go demo TB, all things, because they could take a set. They just gotta lock the fuck in. This Shaq-Gen is a bit closer to this hook now, so it's a bit precarious, but it's got good prog. She does have pop though, and it's gonna apply that pop option to that Gen. Storms, I don't know where the hell she is. Maybe cross map have getting reset by Gaffy. Bit of a precarious hook there on Mercy, but we're checking basement. We think there might be a basement stealth. We see Mercy getting pulled miles away in the background there, and that's going to allow her to rotate very far away and reset with the rest of her team. She is the reset build too. She has Botany Solly, which is great to see. Gaffy is nearby. Oh shit. Gaffy is nearby, not stealthing in the basement. Very good decision making from her. She's able to get back to the Shaq-Gen as likely Mercy and Storms are going to be able to go for that reset. And I'm very surprised that Storms was the one to go for that pull. They might be able to find the people that were no Gun Cotton's losses without a clue, and they're able to get away scot-free, but he might see some lingering scratch marks, or maybe an 8 is sticking out her head out from an edge map tile. But we think we've seen someone behind the rock there, but no, it is just our imagination, my friend. And Gaffy's just likely sitting on that Shaq-Gen. Gun Cotton needs to go back and check on that generator while Mercy, Death, and Storm's like reset there. This is looking really good. It's about halfway through. Hopefully they're able to reset there, and they are getting a reset through with the Botany Solly, which is huge to see. A quick little reset there, and then we're back in the game, and this is looking really good for CatJam. I hope they can take the set, especially given all the frustrations they've had with some shitty ping, unfortunate ping rules. But it's just bad to see, but we'll get a bit of a dry kick. We're checking lockers for Gaffy. Hopefully she's not basement again and she's just pissed off, but she is edge map palette. She needs to do a bit of cheeky stealthing, a bit of tree taking. Gun Con's so close yet so far. He goes to the wrong side of the edge map, looking for all the wrong places for love, but he can't find anyone, as likely Mercy, Death, and Storms are just working a Janet Main.
Ah, beautiful from you, Big Fat. Very well said. But nah, Gaffy, yeah, she definitely is the MVP of this trial for CatJam. Very well played. If she's able to stealth Gun Cotton again here, she's put herself in a very, very high class of stealthing. We're unable to stealth, but you know what? Gun Cotton has to commit this chase onto her now, and she's delivering. So not only is she... Oh, we've pre-ran away. Beautiful finger-licking stuff there, but she's honestly put the team in a great position. Now they can just double main. She can come back and just sit on this Gen anytime she wants, and she is going to choose back, and these two can just pre-leave down deep 9, so... You know, he has to commit topside. I don't know if he knows that. I think he does know. I think that's why he's left that, even though she did have the immense amount of distance that she had. But, oh, we're going to get Catch Storm's Light out there, unfortunately. Not able to actually pre-leave Smug. So, what a setback this could be. And we've early dead-hearted, probably to compensate for the ping that we're on. But, no, I don't know. Maybe it is you know, I see Gaffy sticking it. Is Mercy over there maybe as well? Maybe, I don't know. Hopefully we can... I hope they can out this. You're right, so Spock. I do, after all, after the behind the scenes shenanigans, I do hope that they're able to make this a tiebreaker, sort of.
I mean, as long as
event.
Gaffy gets out, I'm pretty sure. No, because that'd be 10. It's not. Oh, it's still about halfway through. This is going to be popper option 2 on this gen, and I'm hoping a different gen's going to work in the background maybe, but that's going to sting a good bit. Gaffy is stealthing in edge map trial. That's a bit too close for my liking. GunCon might be able to find her here, but that remains to be seen. GunCon, thankfully, Gaffy eluding GunCon yet again, doing a fantastic job of stealthing. We've already seen the pawn Storm's Light in the background. I didn't even realize. What a robbery. I think the 9.2 patch has already come through as Gaffy gets back on a generator here. That's been having the shit kicked out of it, I'm going to be honest. But they're doing a good job playing this 3v1. They just need to pre-leave a bit better. It's just unfortunate that Leggy was tunneled out so quickly. And, like, if he was just able to last a little bit longer, it would have been fucking incredible for CatJam. And it's just unfortunate, really. But I still think they can pull through. They just got to play it super slow, super carefully, war of attrition, you know, step by step, basically.
Yeah, I think she was stealthing there because he had looked there previously. So that's the only thing I could really think of. But we do have the sprint pressing. We are sprint pressing. Wait, what a second blink from GunCon there as well to catch up onto Gaffy. Now she just has to last a little bit. She's dying in a perfect spot. So maybe the survivors are doubling across the map. I don't know if they pop even if they are doubling. We're actually choosing to pick the Deliverance survivor. So we're choosing to reset. The gen is so high though. Why would we not stick this, Puller? Why would we not stick this?
I don't know. We're going for the reset, just playing it really slow, but it's a little over halfway, to be fair. Like, it's not that high. We are also just going to go.
Is Gaffy not Delhi? Is that
Gaffy's
what's
Delhi? So we don't need to rotate. Yeah, Gaffy is Delhi. So okay. She still has Delhi available to her, so they don't need to get in position for the rotate. Storms can go work Shack while Mercy stealths my main, just hard sticks it after the pop eruption comes through onto it. So she's going to rotate over to Shack, hopefully get a good pre-leave onto her, die in a good spot. We saw the pop getting applied there through the wall as the sparks went flying. As GunCon's trying to find it, and the WinCon's slowly creeping up. We've got our 4th fresh hook. I think that's 7 stages. It's going to be tight in its scenario, and there's not even thinking about we've got to get the doors open and everyone out the door too. So, might even see a tie, maybe. Storms might have been working this gen. Hopefully she's been able to pre-leave successfully. It has been worked on. GunCon, though, is just proxying Gaffy to hell, but I don't think he's aware that Gaffy is going to be the Deliverance. He might be confident that he might have denied the Deliverance at some stage in the game, but he's going to be blinking back to main. Hopefully the calls come in just in time. We see the gen's got a little bit of prog on it. We see Gaffy popping her Deliverance in the background there. We're just going to be applying a little bit of a dry kick there, eating away at our gen kicks. We know Mercy's stealthy nearby, but I don't know if GunCon's going to be able to find her anywhere nearby. He's searching God Rocks and Edge Map and everywhere else, but she's hiding behind. Oh, she's hiding behind the little mine carts over there by the power, which ain't a bad place to stealth, you know. Storm's also just slowly working that Shack gen, and Gaffy is just going to stealth out this broken, I think, and just reset with the rest of her medkit.
Honestly, I might have got a bit premature. I thought that Gaffy had unhooked herself, and they might have been doubling Shack. I was a bit premature with that reaction, but no, we do find Mercy, which is actually quite big if you're a GunCon. We actually need to find this and get it tapped now. Like, we need to get it down. She has the length of Flemington course, lengths of distance here, and with the double back one, the tree as well. Mercy Def, your very own referee, juicing up as well. I love that from her. I think the survivors, the 2 other survivors will be doubling in the background because I haven't seen anything happen. The gen does popular, but can you correct me if I'm wrong? Does he need to, if he picks this and hooks, is this game set? If he hooks this?
I don't think this is 9-4. No, like Gaffy's only been hooked once. Storms has been hooked twice. Oh god, I don't know. My math ain't mathing, and the HUD's bugged because this game is horseshit. I don't think she has enough heal as well. She doesn't have enough to heal as well. Oh, it's so rough for Gaffy. Not able to hit those great skill checks there, but it looks like she's moving in for an early pull, even though she's injured. Storm's Light being found. Gaffy needs to get this pull here, and all of them need to survive, which I don't think is going to happen. Gaffy being intercepted, running into a rock there, that's not good to see, but GunCon's moving in for the kill, and we see Gaffy slugged. Storms is the only one left that was so close to greatness, but unfortunately it's all coming apart in the end game there. Gaffy not able to get a full heal. Storm's getting interrupted on the door and injured, and we do find Storm's there too, and it's going to be a 4K0, but man, what a legendary effort from CatJam drums. Like, just genuinely hands down fantastic effort all around, and it's such a shame they had the pinging issues too, because it's got to be frustrating and it's got to be affecting like your mental going into the game.
Nah, I know when I have issues in terms of rules and just when I'm a player, I know what affects me mentally, but I think you can agree it affects a lot of people. I think maybe you would even agree, maybe the both of us have fell victim to that a couple times maybe, but yeah, obviously CatJam, yeah, vulnerable or invulnerable to that. You know, obviously not able, they don't show that quality of, you know, getting tilted,